stuck in a crate?
Can we not talk? I don't think I properly thanked you for the rescue back there. So, thank you.
Helping out the colony was good enough for me.
Drac threw his lot in with the right person then.
So... you and Cash?
Yeah, we actually knew each other before we came to Helios. But it wasn't until we worked together on the Nexus that we really got close. I really care about her, Ryder. Drac doesn't hate me, does he? I'm right here. And no, I don't. Actually, I have a favor to ask you, Ryder.
What kind of favor?
Well, I, developed a certain kind of flowering plant, and I might have named it after Cash. I was thinking, the next time you're on the Nexus, maybe you could give it to her from me? Seriously?
Consider me your wingman.
And tell her this flower couldn't grow on Tachanka, but has a new life here. Just like us.
What are you working on in here?
Mostly developing hardier strains of Milky Way plants, so they can survive here. Mixed results so far. Fruit-bearing plants seem to do the worst, unfortunately. At least with a vault online, my job is a little easier.
See you around, Vorn.
Come back soon.
Итак, всем привет, вы на канале Максимум ТВ, у нас Mass Effect Andromeda, серия S1E44. На самом деле я сейчас думал пробежаться немножечко по нашей базе, вот здесь вот с Кроганами, с их поселением, собрать квесты, сделать какую-нибудь мелочевку, но наткнулся вот на это вот. Наверное, сохраним это достаточно прикольным.
Pathfinder, thanks for rescuing Vorn. If anything had happened to him, I don't know how I'd live with myself.
Just be careful, Hark.
Yeah, learned my lesson.
Know anything about those crazy plants out on the dunes?
The red ones? Well, there used to be a lot more of them.
What do you mean?
You see all those red banners outside? The red paint on the walls? Yeah? The crushed leaves make a perfect dye. Other than that, not much use. Pretty to look at, though.
How's research going?
Slowly. We're fine on Eladon, but plants aren't. They need a better defense against the elements. I want to experiment by crossing vegetation with the native animal life on Eladon.
I think that might be a bad idea.
So does Vorn. Says he doesn't want to create another Tachanka. I guess there's a chance of breeding carnivorous plants like the ones back home, but it's worth the risk.
Be careful, Hark.
I know. I will.
Вот так вот. Но на самом деле вы даже не представляете, сколько вот так вот за кадром информации уходит. Хронометраж просто дикий. Вот, но так как обычно ничего полезного там нет, и я это все за кадром и оставляю. Так, а планировалось пойти на самом деле вот сюда вот. Ага, нет, на самом деле ничего подобного. Да, планировалось-то вот сюда. Это я уже сменил миссию, поговорить с нашим Кроганом, который просил встретиться с ним рядом с ареной, чтобы обсудить с глазу на глаз что-то. Так, надо вспомнить, как надо попасть. Кто помнит, как попасть в арену? Совершенно не помню. Нет, это все не то, отсюда мы только что пришли. Ну, давай побеседуем.
Raven or Brank?
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
Spit out what you know, and I'll take it from there.
Okay, okay. I said quiet, not rude.
What?
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core.
That's Remnant. No way she can use it.
What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With a drive core as a power source? Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but, in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me. Thanks, Break.
Однако.
Ignore Team Rinko. My hurt's blood threshers. That's much better.
А, ну теперь понятнее. Так. И какие у нас здесь есть миссии? Здесь, по-моему, уже никаких миссий нету, да? А, вот сюда вот еще надо сходить. Да, когда прыгать по лестнице становится уже проще, чем идти. Так, налево.
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes?
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to Eladin all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
I bet she appreciated that.
I never got the chance to give it to her. One day she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tachanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
I should get going.
Ну вот еще один сайд-квестик. Ну, я думаю, сейчас мы его быстро не завершим. как обычно это бывает, думаем, что все оно закончится быстро, а ничего подобного. Ух ты. А, ну здесь надо добиться с архитектором, это я помню прекрасно. Хм. Это что-то новенькое. А это что-то старенькое. Ну давайте попробуем с сайд-квестом быстро разобраться. Может это будет действительно быстро. День у нас опять сайд-квестов. Но я думаю, сегодня мы эту планету закончим. Будет у нас опять не эпический бой. А вот что там будет в космическом корабле, это прям интересно. Подтормаживают разговоры. Но я же нажал. Угу. И, по-моему, у меня все подвисло. Все. Даже меню не могу выйти.
At the Paradise is currently 32 degrees Celsius, Pathfinder.
That's quite a change. The vault really did its job.
You've survived the gang leaders and the worms so far. I'm impressed.
What happened to the other salvage runner, Lieta?
The Angara? Who's asking?
I am.
Lietta's dealt with enough. She doesn't need a Pathfinder poking around.
She has a friend here. He wants to make sure she's okay.
Yeah? Where was he when Lieta was in trouble?
Just tell me where she is.
I don't know. Her ship was gone, so I flew her to Kadara. I didn't ask questions. Talk to Colt Dalton if you want to know more. He's the docks manager on Kadara. She had to go through him to get anywhere.
Take it easy.
Always do.
А мы вот возьмем и полетим туда. Так, где там наш кораблик? Ну, он маленький, неприметный. Такой можно и пропустить. Итак, в очередной раз на Кадару.
Welcome back.
И, кстати,
You have
нет.
new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
О, имейл. Тем более интересно. Хм. Ну и хорошо.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Да-да-да. Так, а вот здесь мне на самом деле коготь-то не особо понравился. То есть не поймите меня неправильно, он прикольный. Но какой-то не такой. Вот, не знаю. Давайте попробуем эту винтовку. То есть нет, стоп. А то сейчас выберу. Так. Вот как-то так. Соберем все наше хламье, которое было. Так, и можем использовать еще одну капсулу. Это, по-моему, нам не нужно было. Вот, давайте, наверное, вместимость увеличим, а то мы уже как-то столкнулись, что нам не хватило вместимости. Ай-яй-яй. А пусть и так будет даже. Почему нет? Так, надо хомячка проверить. Но он внизу, поэтому мне лень к нему спускаться. Перебьется хомячок. Так.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Take it this beauty is yours?
The Tempest? Yeah, she's mine.
Hell of a ship. We don't get many like her. Colt Dalton, Kadara Docks Manager. Sloan said to make sure no one harasses you.
Awfully nice of her.
Uncharacteristically so. You must be important.
How safe is it here?
Safety's a commodity on Kadara. It depends on how much you're willing to spend. The port's gun-free, but murder comes in all shapes and sizes. Still, better than living outside the mountain. It's no man's land out there.
I was told you could help me find an Angara named Lieta.
No can do.
Why not?
I was generously compensated to keep my mouth shut. I'm a man of my word. I'm sure you understand.
Why would she pay you to cover her trail?
Not my job to ask questions. She wouldn't have told me anyway. We weren't exactly friends, but she treated me like a stranger the day she left. I shouldn't be telling you this. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Hey, I'm a good friend to have. You help me, and I'll help you.
Go on.
I can bend Sloane's ear. That's worth more than credits.
Sold. I can't tell you where she went. I can't stop you from taking a peek at my dock records either. Especially if you knew the passcode is 1837.
Got it. Thanks.
I don't know what you mean.
Does Kadara get a lot of traffic?
Since we moved in? Oh yeah. Kadara is one of the few planets in Helios with a functioning economy. Got Angara and exiles from all over Helios moving their cargo through this port.
Thanks for your time.
Ну что ж, все, что надо, я узнал.
Back to work.
Зайдем, наверное, в пивнушку. Так, нам только... Она ж тут одна, по-моему, да? Я так понимаю, вот в эту. А, даже вот так.
Do I even want to know?
Hey? Oh, this? Some idiot who got talked into a headbutting contest with me by his buddies.
Some buddies. Hey! You!
Not in my bar.
I know you. Nexus. Your people hurt my friends. Now, we're gonna hurt you.
Looks like someone wants a fight. You up for it, Ryder?
You know I am. You start this, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah? You and what army?
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Это зря так. Ах ты сволочь. Злой славянин, что может быть смешнее?
Balls almighty quads, I'm getting too old for this shit. Hey, Ryder. Do me a favor. Don't tell Cash about this.
I got you covered.
That you do, I just don't want her to worry.
Не зря заглянул. Так, ладно, не отвлекаемся. Так, где у нас тут выход? Стоп, а это что? Так, кора, тырын, тырын, тырым. Пым-пым, пырым. А где тогда его записи? Я думал, что запись-то его здесь. Не понимаю.
Joel, the records say Lieta went to Aya for recovery. She was injured.
It must have been bad if she was sent to Aya.
What happened on Eladin?
There's a resistance med center on Aya. That's where we'll
Ох,
find
как
answers.
с тетушкой путешествие по всей галактике, да? Ну, это же просто так, да? А, ветра. Так, ладно. Полетать. Полетаем.
All systems green.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Вот интересно, надо найти медицинский центр. Че его искать, когда я и так его уже открывал там? И когда я знаю, где он там есть, я его уже нашел. Вот, за один и тот же квест, где я бегал, наверное, минуты 4, 3, может быть. Из них еще минут, да столько же, минуты 3-4 я занимался просмотром анимации. Как самолетик взлетает, как самолетик садится. Вот так и живем. Здесь, я думаю, просто пешком пробежимся. Мне как-то оно так проще. Ну что такое? Подвинься. Помнится, когда в прошлый раз мы зашли сюда, то я еще удивился. Медицинский центр, в смысле. Нафига отгрохали его, когда, в общем, сюжет сюда не надо. Так. Нет. Значит, ниже. Так, как туда надо было попадать? Но не отсюда. Ну да. Не отсюда.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
You're not supposed to be here.
Rorik sent me to find you. He wanted me to give you this cryo bracelet.
Rorik? I don't want it. Take it away. I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
You wouldn't want to hear about it.
Try me.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders. All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
You were jumped by scavengers?
On Eladon. They said they had salvage to sell. I was stupid enough to follow them. Once we were alone, they attacked. Left me for dead. Took my ship and flew off-world.
How did you get back?
I walked 3 hours on the dunes with a few broken ribs. Rode back to Kadara with another salvager.
I thought Aya wouldn't take anyone from Kadara.
They don't. I told them what happened and they welcomed me. Ephra took me in. He says I'm a fighter. Resistance material. I spent so long wanting more than what Angara Worlds could give me. I was wrong.
You can't lose faith. Some of those outsiders care about you.
Like who?
Rorik, for one. He sent me to find you, didn't he?
You went to a lot of trouble for someone you didn't know. Why?
Lots of us are trying to bring some good to Helios. Like Rorik. Like me.
Rorik. I should have known he'd be worried about me. Can I see that bracelet again? He actually made it.
He said you can use it to visit him again.
It'll take me some time, but I think I can do that. I know Rorik. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It would be better if he didn't know the truth. It's your choice, but think about it.
Да, сюжет на уровне первого класса. Школы первого класса. Так, где-то здесь был телепорт. Вот это я точно помню. Вот, наверное, это он. Ух ты. А это что такое? Раньше не было. С кем я должен переговорить?
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city? I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Конечно. Ах, чё б не полетать лишние 500 раз. Не понял? Так я ж с тобой вроде как поговорил. Так, ладно. Классические такие квесты. Сбегай туда, убей 10 волков, принеси их шкуры. В плохом смысле школ, в смысле классические.
You don't have any quinoa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Самый веселый квест на свете. И это еще не самая фигня. То есть вот самая фигня это собирать там всякие разные ресурсы.
It's perfect. I'll make sure EOS gets them. More of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. A solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required
Да вы что, издеваетесь?
I'll see what I can find.
Конечно, я сбегаю. Я же должен спасать галактику. Семена, солнечный усилитель. Не знаю, там туалетная бумага, может. Все для отечества.
You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Разоряешь меня, разоряешь. По идее, третий еще должен быть квест такой же. То есть классика жанра, опять же. 3 задачи.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Да ладно. Ну это странно, странно. Не понял. О, интересно, вот это я как-то не замечал. Давайте заглянем. А началось все с того, что мы вообще должны были закончить все на нашей дюне номер 2. Прям все по плану идет. Без 5 минут.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
Не менее интересное
What's
задание.
our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Так, хорошо. Кажется, у нас еще новых 100-500 миссий появилось. Ага, появилось.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Reala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Reala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Ну что ж, хотя бы персонаж запоминающийся.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well, until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Все оказалось проще, чем я думал. Или это телепорты? Нет, это не телепорты. Да нет, с тобой же не надо говорить. Так, это, по-моему, музей тут будет, да? Нет, не музей.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all for now.
Так.
I'm here if you need anything.
Теперь надо разобраться с переездами. Как интересно, мне сейчас выпадет миссия. Ну ладно, видимо никакая. Так.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmissions.
I want contact with the people I love. You offer machines. Not good enough, Pathfinder.
Ну вот. Вау, магия. DZ, зомби. На фэше, по-моему, да? Хромают у нас. Поговори со мной.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri dish, would they?
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family. I can't go without their blessing. I'm sorry.
Ну вот. В какой-то веке захотел убедить. Ну что ж, из 3 раз 2 я не угадал. Так, куда мне там бежать? Ладно. То есть вот так он не может телепортироваться, а так может. Как все сложно. Ну, может быть, хоть здесь кто-то свалит у нас с планеты нашей. Точнее, с не нашей планеты.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder, I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. But I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Ничего себе. Какая удача. Так. Здесь у нас еще есть какая-нибудь миссия? Ну, конечно. Но вообще, по идее, нет. Зачем? Давайте купим на всякий случай. Вот просто на случай, если нам они понадобятся. Где там наш телепортик?
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
Конечно.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Отлично. Фух, наш победили. Ну вот, теперь-то кажется все. Да, на данный момент это все. Ну вот такая рутина, она как бы и составляет существенную часть игры. И никуда от этого не деться. Что-то я хотел сделать, хотел я прокачаться, наверное. И прокачать даже в первую очередь нашего любимца. А, ну да, им же всего по чуть-чуть выдают. Очков-то. Так. Ну, наверное, вот так вот. И вот так. Но у остальных пока нет такой прокачки. То есть можно было прокачать чего-нибудь, если бы это чего-нибудь у нас было. Так, ну а тут тупо нет очков. Хорошо. Учтем. Здесь же ничего нет интересного. Да, в общем-то, наверняка нет. Угу. Ну, не особо пока это интересно все читать. Слишком большая энциклопедия. То есть она действительно интересна, действительно хорошая, как во всех частях. Но гигантское количество времени будет занимать ее прочтение. Даже для себя. Не говоря уж для тех наших зрителей, которым это не особо интересно. Так, ну ладно, раз времени еще не прошло столько, сколько нужно. А вот, кстати, да. Нам кому-нибудь надо заглянуть? С кем-то побеседовать?
Ryder.
Да нет.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Какой у нас уровень? Скоро надо будет оружие клепать новое.
We're on course.
Так, опять к кругам пойдем. И снова наша любимая планета. Так, здесь ничего не появилось. Здесь появилось, но все старое. А здесь наши кроганы. К ним пойдем. И следующие, наверное, будут у нас все-таки турианцы. Я не думаю, что там будет какой-то долгий квест. Так. На каком этаже у нас задача квеста была? Интересно. Или я его сдал? Так. Стоп. Правда, что ли? Получается так. Ну вот. Ну тогда все-таки пойдем к турианцам. Думать тут два раза не надо. Так. Ну просто тогда даже, наверное, вот отсюда прыгаем. Так, а нам надо ехать на север. На севере у нас... Где наш север? На севере у нас облом. Как можно было не взять? Минерал. Крайне редкий на этой планете. Вы как тут вообще оказались-то? И главное, почему они не сбиваются? Ну, это ладно.
Nice to see see you don't pull your shots when we're fighting your precious remnant.
Can't study them if they kill me.
Lots of space out here for the Krogan to expand. That's the hope, anyway.
Ага, ну вот что-то там вижу.
Damn.
Stasis pods from Ark Natanus.
Are any of them alive?
It's difficult to obtain a clear reading on all pods at once. We should investigate.
Так себе. Пистолет, пулемет лучше.
No life forms detected, Pathfinder.
Pods keep them from smelling.
Sam, we should have Mason's genetic profile in the initiative database. Let's check it against the pods.
Perhaps a distant cousin. Reading negative. Subject is a child.
Да, печальная история.
This one's got power. Help me get it open.
Pathfinder, the body has no vitals.
Sam, check the pod's history.
According to the final log, this stasis pod was jettisoned from Ark Natanus.
Because of the Scourge?
The timeline doesn't match. This pod was ejected long after Natanus was reported missing.
We assumed the Ark was destroyed, but maybe it's intact. The crew could still be alive.
And dropping dead weight.
We should finish checking the pods for Mason, then report back to Avitus.
Too many variations in the genome.
Ну я же их просканировал.
Not Mason Barrow. Subject is too old.
Ну, ведь уже просканировано
No
все.
match. None of the pods match Mason Barrow, Pathfinder.
Hopefully that means he's still alive.
Ну что ж, понятно. А, это не моя машинка-то. А, да, еще забыл сказать. Как вы поняли, уже говно штурмовая винтовка. В бою малопригодна.